please escort this suspect for interrogation?
I can't talk to him. Well, at least I got that right.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
Oh, God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
So let's hear the story.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Alright, what do we got here? Lootless. Old acquaintance. Alright. Violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leggett Chapman could have had a personal motive. Alright, well maybe. I don't know. Anything else? Yeah, okay. Nothing there yet. Still a bunch of chaos. The only thing we got is somebody's missing from the alleyway. Alright, let's go check Baker Street and see what this bracelet turns up. It's gonna be over here, right? Yeah. Well, it's not chemistry. So much research. Poison and toxins. No. Wounds and injury. No. Criminalist. No. Martial arts. No. Marks and symbols. I don't see anything there. Alright, so it's not research. It's not going to be newspapers. We don't have a year. Art and architecture. Oh! Nice. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasure collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. That's nice. The 5 rams of Milutin have been missing from the museum since 1885.
Here it is.
So we
I
should
need to continue my research in my archives.
Yeah, I was gonna say look for a newspaper article for the theft. There we go. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to Glassford's Fine Art Exhibit. Pawn shop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard last night to provide information regarding a gentleman who attempted to sell him the collection of historical art at his pawn shop, Church Street. Police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via port. He was recognized by a surviving driver of the cab and that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasure was hidden. Eventually imprisoned, and the lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is.
So, it's a treasure hunt?
One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
So what do we think, that he's got the whole thing in his pawn shop? Maybe it's the key to his pawn shop. It should be. Alright, let's check out the pawn shop. So we're playing out that the pawn shop owner has the jewels.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Of course it does. It's his shop. Examine the shelves. Oh, just happens to be climbing equipment here.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
But why would he return the tools to climb the wall to the pawn shop he didn't have the keys to the dead guy? I don't get this. Flare pistol. With a shot missing already. Out of
This
the
is
round.
exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Oh, we're just imitating the flash of the fireworks. Alright, we're not blinding anyone, because that's what I'm assuming what was going on there. He fired off the flare and the guy couldn't see, and then...
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Then he climbed up the wall. But why would all this stuff be here? Wait a minute.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Hello, Kenneth. I remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram's head from ancient Greece. You still got them? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossroads, at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks. Brian Viscotti. So Viscotti was planning on robbing this guy. Shot him in the head. And then the guy who got shot in the head gets off 2 rounds? Or did someone else shoot him and just run out the alleyway? But then, why didn't he take the key to the shop to get the jewels? Unless they're not in here? One of them's in here. Very confusing. It's not going anywhere. But I think it's a burglary motive. What else we got? Yeah, statement doesn't make any sense with lost art. I don't understand why, if some of the jewel was in here, why wouldn't he have taken the key? And why would it have been a crossfire and he'd take the gun? He doesn't need the gun, he needed the key. Because you can't unlock the door without the key. Am I missing anything? There's got to be something else in here then. Alright, I don't know where we go next. What am I doing next? Flare pistol and flares in good working order. What's that got to do with anything? I need to go to the lab. You're not gonna alley. Maybe go back to the alley. If I go back to the alley, it'll all make sense. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Well, he's not going to know anything about what we found. Unless he's in on the robbery. But then why would he pick up the gun and not the key? He needs the key to get... Well, to pick up the ladder. And then how did... Makes no sense. Can I climb a wall? Can't climb that wall. What am I doing here? Oh, story. Oh, good. Maybe it'll enlighten us.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
It's too far down the alley. Let's try this one.
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
Alright, we'll try this one. Maybe this is the right one. I don't know. Ah. Alright, so that's the mirror. And gone. That means it worked, right? Oh, right, I gotta do stuff. Alright, this is fun. And a mini game. Timed event.
Barely see anything.
Smash those buttons.
Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Why didn't he just finish climbing up? Alright, what door is it?
This is the back door of the building with the attic floor that you required, Mr. Holmes.
Gone Franklin Ltd. Wholesale Clothing. Alright, let's go in. Could have stashed anything in here. Oh, we only get the attic? I guess he didn't stash anything in here.
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Really, I thought they were from, I don't know, window across the street? Shabby fabric. Black threads.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope.
Well, I'm guessing then they're not threads if they're unusually strong.
Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
Maybe they're leather or hair?
We can conclude that
Fur?
the person
No, it
who
wouldn't be
later
fur.
saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Okay, so we have a wall climber. Okay, so the crossfire signature. Burglary motive. No, still got that. Crossfire, no, we're still good there. Simultaneous thoughts, so can't be a figment of his imagination. Alright, where do we go next? Oh, lab, Baker Street. Alright, we're gonna head over to Baker Street.